Hi, today this is a video of the big exhaust fan that's in my mom's greenhouse business. And I was inspired to make this video because of one of my subscribers. He has a video of a fan that he reconditioned and made working again. This one was working when I got it for $5 from a local welding shop down the road from me. And one day the welding shop, it went out of business because it went bankrupt. They were cleaning the welding shop out one day, and I left a note on the door, and I said, "Hey, can I have that fan?" And they said, "Yep, $5." So I was like, "Cool." So I bought the fan, and now it's partially installed into my mom's greenhouse. I'm still working on installing it, even though it's been 2 years. I've been really busy. So I just wanted to make a video of it running and talk a little about it. Thanks. Okay, so right now it's a slow moving fan because there's a big pulley here and a small pulley here, but it still runs pretty fast, so it's still dangerous. So that's why I have this wire mesh that I took off for the video, but it's there to protect from fingers because of liability issue. And it's thermostatically controlled with this Dayton thermostat, and we usually set it around 80 degrees, and sometimes we just set it at 110 so that it never turns on. It is made by Chelsea. It's fading, but you could see it. There it is. And it's, I think, about 40 inches, and the bearings are nice, oilable pillow block bearings, and each one has a little opening. So I usually add all the way to the top of this thing with a little bit of like 10W30 motor oil, somewhere around there, and it does the good job. This one in the back here, it consumes a good amount of oil. It looks like it needs some. This one, it doesn't go through very much oil, so it's good. They've been lasting pretty long. It doesn't make much noise, so I haven't done much work to it except for clean it up with a wire brush, because where it was in the welding shop, they used it in a paint shop. So it is covered in little splatters of paint all over, of really every color you can think of. It all turned black pretty much because so many colors. I replaced the motor, and it's still a quarter horse, and this is a repulsion start induction run. They don't make them anymore because the capacitor start motor replaced them, but I don't really prefer capacitor start. I mean, I do, but I like old school. I mean, I like the old school way of starting. I like the sound of all the old motors that they used to make. This one has little oil flap that you open up in oil, and I do 10W30 in that as well. And the brushes, they're original, and they still spark a lot when they turn on. And the only other thing I replaced on this is the belt, because that was slipping so much one day that it would not really start up. So after that, it runs really well, and you can reverse this motor by just going back here, and what you do is you loosen the screw and you move that commutator ring to one side, and it operates it in the other direction. If you don't set it in the proper area on that gauge, on that setting right there, and you leave it in one spot, it does short out, and like smoke pours out of the brushes, and it doesn't turn over. It turns over really slowly, and sometimes it won't disengage from the repulsion starting mechanism until like 5 minutes of running in the repulsion start. And I've run it for that long, and then it kicks into induction, but I don't think it should be running that long in that mode, even though it's a really tough motor. Still, it's quarter horse. 1750 RPMs. The original motor was, let's see, 1725. That's what it was. So it's only 25 RPM more. It had to be fit in there because the original mounting holes are right next to these bolts, so I had to drill new ones and put them in. But that wasn't that much work, and I had to get a new pulley because the old pulley was a little bit smaller. But here we go. I'm gonna start it up, and it makes a low rumbling noise and scratchy sound because it's the brushes. They're old and dirty, but I've cleaned them and they just get dirty again. So here we go. Thanks. There's the fan running. It's very quiet once it starts up. It's really nice. And once in a while I will reverse it so that it blows the air inwards this way towards me. But that's not very often, only on really hot days because it's actually hotter in here than it's outside. So what it does is it sucks the cool air from outside and blows it in. But on normal days I'll just run it this way because it seems to run better this way because it's the way the motor was built, really. I'm going to shut the thermostat off and I'm going to start it up again. Once in a while, I will start it and stop it, start it and stop it, and I think it exercises the brushes a little bit because I've found that if I let it sit too long, especially for like a long winter, then it sparks more because it just has been sitting so long. So once in a while, like say in the middle of the winter, I'll come out and I'll just fire it up like 3 or 4 times and then shut it right off immediately right when it kicks into induction so that I can let it slow down and run in repulsion start in again, and it seems to clean the brushes pretty good. So here we go again. Makes a nice hum when it turns on. And I hope you like it. Thank you. And please rate and comment. And if you have any questions about it, let me know. Thanks.